Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a weekly reading going from the 16th through to the 22nd of April. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you have a lovely reading and great time part of the Astroflower family. Let's get straight on with your chakras. We're going to be going through your chakras, your aura, and then following off with your tarots and giving you clarification on that. Let's just see what's going on straight away. This root chakra is really popping into place. It's been happening for most people, much bigger than it usually is. You seem to have a lot on your work side as well. So there's a fundamental reliance upon work at the moment. And you seem to be putting a lot more pressure on that to keep you grounded, keep you focused to where you're going. But I do believe the relationship side is developing that aspect as well. It's almost as if like this side here is of the Astroflower, we'll see that in the tarot reading, is influencing the relationship which is on this side. We'll see that later on. But it's actually, it's very strong at the moment. We saw that in the monthly reading that I did on this channel, which is a brilliant reading. Really did enjoy that for the collective, and that was coming out in that as well. Let's just have a look at your sacrum. So this is really, this is very pointed, sharp, precise, laser-like fundamental desires here that are running through you. I think it's you're going after what really secures you, what really makes you feel good. Fundamental desires are like, I am hungry. Heart's desires is like, I would like to eat I don't know, pasta or something like that, or a nice, chili soup or something. It's really, you're laser focused on what you want out of life, basically, in the fundamental sort of degree. Let's just have a look what's going on in your solar plexus. This is not firing as much as it should do, and I've seen this within Virgo as well. It's not firing as much as it should do. It's very solid. There's a lot to it, but it's missing a spark, I think, somewhere along the line. Let's just see what's going on your heart chakra. Yeah, this is spreading the love. It's really connecting with a lot of people around you. Maybe that's could well be it. You might be being pulled from pillar to post and not really concentrating on your fundamental desires, not really getting them to perfection, not being passionate about your fundamental desires simply because you're socializing a lot. It's not a bad thing. It's a great thing, obviously. Having fun and stuff like that would be really good. But only if that solar plexus was firing. And because it's not firing, it's making me feel like it's almost as if like you're preoccupying yourself not to make a decision. That's what it seems like. Seems a little bit in that sort of sense. The heart chakra is lovely, really is. It's very wide, and this stretches a lot across all the boards, relationship side as much as your financial side, connecting with people, networking, and that sort of thing. But it's not concentrated, and the reason it's not concentrated because it seems like there's a passionate spark that's not happening. Let's just see what's going on in your throat and your third eye. So yeah, this is very similar as well, a transitional sort of situation here. It's going through that door, that logical revolutionary door, stepping into a new paradigm, working with a new logic, so you just don't put up with this crazy logic that we have sometimes in this world, and just allow it just to fade away. But unfortunately, it's creating a lot of mental agility within you. You might find your mind really just racing over things that don't really need to be raced over. Talking about racing. that don't need to be raced over. Basically, it just needs to be. You need to get in the flow, and in order to get in the flow, if you need to take it out of your third eye, the energy, and put it into your solar plexus, because that'll give you that spark. That will flow you into that idea of that. When that does spark there, that solar plexus, it's going to make the heart really go shoo, get into shape really, and it could be really good for you, really good for you. Create a lot of enthusiasm and space and possibilities and potential within your life. Yeah, it's really good, but need to get out of the head a little bit, I think. Let's just have a look what's going on on your crown chakra. Thank you. Let's see what's going on there. So it's opening up at the moment, and it's not as wide as I was hoping it was going to be. This also then brings me back to preoccupation rather than facing a situation. I can understand, life's never easy. It really is never easy, and sometimes it is better not to sort of deal with the situation at that present time. Could be the fact there's factors around that situation that doesn't help sort of to get a clear vision or clear situation cleared up. So I can understand that sort of thing, but I don't think you're helping yourself here. I really don't. But everyone's got to live what they've got to live. And everyone's onto their, they've got their own timetable, and everyone's got their own difficulties in their lives around them. And I think you've got to judge it according to what you're living in order to put out, the amount of clarity you give to the situation. But I wouldn't just bury your head in the sand. I wouldn't be an ostrich, basically. Although I'm not sure, does ostriches do that? I don't think they do. But anyway. Or an emu. I just wouldn't, I wouldn't bury your head in the sand, basically. Just see what's going on with your aura. Well, you don't seem to be, there's something coming up in the middle of the week, and we went into this in the mid-April reading as well, and it doesn't seem to phase you that much. Because there's a real clarification that comes behind that, probably on Thursday or Friday, like a positioning, a taking of a position. And this could well be the fact of taking that energy out of your third eye and putting it into your solar plexus. That could be that spark that gives you in that week. And then that sort of like brings everything into a much more sort of focused and clear vision. Because at the moment you've got that clear vision within your sacrum, and your root wants to do that, but there is something on the relationship side which is just hasn't hit the ground yet, hasn't touched down yet, and it does need that, I think. So the energy is feeding into that sacrum as well, really trying to help you realize your fundamental desires, basically, going on. So let's just pull some tarot cards on this. We've got the overall energy here, the karmic messages on here and here. Influences from the universe, influences from our guides, and this is like the stick out the carrot, the stick scenario, and that's the carrot, that's the future self, and that's the overall outcome. So let's just see what's going on for you, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you do enjoy and get the best out of this reading. I'm not gonna constantly just sort of say you're absolutely brilliant. You're brilliant. It's just that sometimes, sometimes it's just sometimes. Okay. Star card, the overall energy. I think you should be reaching for that as well. I think you should be reaching for that. And it's almost as if like maybe there's something happening on this side here which is holding you back, not allowing you to reach for that. And that's what needs to be made a decision of. And it's basically, if anybody else can do it, I can do it, basically. That's what the star card's all about. It's got, 8 stars on there totally, but there is 7 white stars around that, and that's that whole sort of idea of the revelation, basically. And it's revealing that star, that 8th star that's up the top there, it's a 17th card, so 1 and 7 is 8. So yeah, it's that revelation that you should have within you about your sort of heart's desires and how it feeds into the rest of you. So this is the karmic message on your relationship side. 2 of Cups. It could well be falling in love with someone, and maybe this is what needs to be done. This is what will ground you. Moving on to that and really recognizing that maybe that grounding factor, the thing that's holding you back, is it's not being recognized. It could also be, and this is what I get more of a sensation of, is realizing how you got to live with yourself and you got to love yourself. And preoccupation is, I'm not sure, living and loving yourself. And I think this is what your karmic message is this week to understand it. Yeah, you've got the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Wands coming in from the universe, carrying too much. The universe is I don't know. They seem to be bringing a lot to you as well at the same time, simply because it's almost as if it's the longer you leave it not to look at it, the heavier it gets. That's the sort of message that is coming from the universe here. It's time you fell in love with who you are and lived that love, basically. And here the guys are here. This is the stick that's sort of like stopping you from going backwards. It's saying you have that rightful place within your relationships around you. You have your rightful place. You have, and people should recognize that. And you should be a bit of a star and stuff like that. So, this is what, you vowed to yourself, or, I vowed to be a winner and to enjoy life, to have success within my relationships. And that success needs to happen to, by unloading a bit and actually falling in love with yourself. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Is this you offering this, or is this you receiving it? I think it's one of the same in a way. If you put out your heart's, your Ace of Cups, your ultimate dream and aspirations according to your heart's desires, you're going to get that back. That's what the universe is going to bring back to you. But the universe is obviously sort of saying here, you need to be, you need to lighten your load within your relationships around you in order to get there. And as I said before, if you get out of your head and into your heart, I think this will lighten your load. And it will spark that energy that needs to be within your solar plexus. On your financial side, this is where we got the 5 of Cups. Could well be realizing that what's happened has happened. No point crying over spilt milk, as it were. Once you realize that, all of a sudden you're going to look around and you're kind of go, oh, no, actually, I've still got those 2 cups. So this is it. This is where, I said earlier on that this side will be really influencing this side. Maybe it's the other way around. This 2 of Cups, if you turn around and realize that they're there, then you can follow that pathway, which is going to take you across that river to a new land, to new wealth. With the Queen of Pentacles and a new assurance, making sure your dreams and aspirations are, your heart's desires, your dreams and aspirations, they should be the center of your goals and your way of being at the moment. The universe is trying to wake you up out of this and saying, come on, this is a call to mission. You've got no choice about this. You've got to go forth. You've got to fall in love with yourself. You've got to realize you have that success within you. And once you realize that success within you, you can offer out a lot of things to a lot of people around you. On this side here, the universe is sort of saying it's now time to step up to the plate. Stop looking to the past and look to the future. Playing smart. You're very smart. There's no flies on you. Sagittarius. Have I been calling you Scorpio? I don't know why I'm going to call you Scorpio. If I've been calling you Scorpio, I do apologise. You know, you've got the Hierophant at the bottom of the pack as well here, which is also, you know, a teacher. It's a very smart sort of person. They know how to get to that star through mechanical sort of aspects of life. And this is, I think this is more playing smart than anything else. And playing smart because you might have been disappointed in certain actions by certain people in your you know, during your life. But it's a call to a mission. You know, it's look at this. We've got nothing but swords on this side. Luckily, we got passion and cups on this side, but there just seems to be nothing but swords here. We got the Six of Swords here from going from the Seven of Swords. So it's almost like playing smart means, could be in this case here of not sticking your nose out. You know, not sticking your head out the window so it gets blown off. That's what could be it, and allow your sort of your passion for your work, your mission to carry you through. Basically, try not to. I don't think it's a good time to really start things and influence things a lot. It's more of a case of you know, tidying up what you got, playing smart, basically. And leaving those disappointments in the past so you can actually go forward towards your dreams and pleasures. And by the end of the week, you will see things in a completely different light. This spark is coming, obviously, I think it's coming from this side. And I think this is where the potential that you have. So it is your relationship side that seems to be going through your dreams and heart's desires, and it's going to spark up this side, which is going to get that solar plexus going. And the moment you realize this, you can see things. You'll see things in a completely different way as you go forward. Let's just see what the star card's all about. Let's just see what's been going on there for you, Sagittarius. We have the Nine of Wands. So healthy boundaries. If you really want to go for that star, you've got to go out and get it. And I think this is what you've got to put out there as well with that Ace of Cups, and realise that on that side there, that's maybe not where you're finding it at the moment. Let's see what comes out on this Two of Cups scenario. What's on this Two of Cups? These cards just want to jump out all over the place. They almost don't want to be dealt normally. So, Three of Pentacles, working well with other people. When you do quality work, then you're going to attract people around you who do quality work as well. And within your relationships here is recognizing the qualities within you. And I think this is falling in love with you in order to fall in love with someone and to follow this victorious path that you really know you should be going on. Rather than just sort of, you know, sort of sitting tight and holding tight. Yeah, if you do start unladening yourself, all of a sudden these changes are coming in really quickly, and they're going to be very physical. And it could well be, you know, really connecting with someone who floats your boat and stimulates you in multitudes of ways, not just sort of like through emotions. It's also through mental stimulation and, you know, physical stimulation. And here we have the Knight of Cups as well. So this victory is accompanied by lots of possibilities and opportunities that come from the universe. As I said, you know, you put in $1, you get $5 back when you invest in the universe. And that's what that Ace of Cups is all about. This is what you know, don't forget, you should be investing in this as well. This is a whole new cycle coming forward for you within your relationship side. This is what you should be concentrating on. As I say, you know, maybe it's this preoccupation on this side which is stopping you from seeing it all clearly. Let's see what's going on with that. There's a bit of a Tower moment on the Five of Cups. If it is a Tower moment, I think it's in the past, because we're talking about the past here as well. This is the new cycle that's coming through. There's definitely a lot of vibration coming through on the relationship side, but I do believe this is to do with the past, and it's dead, done and over with. And I think it's Also telling you to sort of play smart and actually gain from this tower moment rather than be on the losing side of it. Let's just see what's going on in your mission. It's certainly to walk away from something, and that's walking away from that. You know, even this Seven of Swords is walking away. Six of Swords is walking away. It's been, you know, it's going across a river to a whole new thing. I think you need a change, basically. I think there's something you really need to walk away from within your workspace. And now you've got the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is cutting through things, really surprise in a way, clarity, vision, good victory as well. And I think this is, if you play smart, you're going to get a lot of clarity and a lot of, you know, victories in your life. Let's just see what's going on with that Six of Pentacles. Trusting in your guides and trusting that you're going where you should be going, and allowing your passions. This is that solar plexus igniting, I think. You know, that's what needs to happen to you. You really need to get into the rhythm of life, and that's by taking the energy out of your third eye and putting it into your into your solar plexus, basically. Let's just see what the overall outcome is there. The Devil, getting very it's more than determination. It's more of a case of obsessive about something. That's what I get off it. It's obsessive about looking at things in a different way. Okay, well, you know, the Devil is the light bearer. He does bring his light on there to sort of help you and to see the path in a different sort of way, basically. And that's, you know, it's pretty true to the sort of Hangman. And I think is once you engage your solar plexus here, your passion for life, that's going to really convert your relationship side as well. And I think maybe at the end of the day, this is the part that's going to influence this whole relationship side. Really interesting reading, Sagittarius. It's not going to be boring times for you. There is work to be done though on your behalf, and I think this has to do with that, more than anything to do with that Two of Cups, of really falling in love with who you are and appreciating that, you know, and then you'll be able to share it a lot more, and it's going to then sort of drive that passion for sort of getting the results within your material world as well, in order to feed those beautiful relationships. It'd be really nice. But there's this logic, this logical revolution is getting that logic within you, and that sort of happens at the end of the week, as far as I can tell. There you go, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for being here and being part of the Astroflower family, and I hope you got the best out of this reading. Obviously, sharing, liking, subscribing, and all of that sort of thing would be much appreciated. In the meantime, I will see you for the solar eclipse readings, the collective on the Sunday, and the Tuesday is your solar eclipse reading as well. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.